here at QVC. Lovely to see you. How are you? Absolute pleasure to have you with us.
Good to be here, thank you.
I have to congratulate you on a fabulous album. I'm a huge Burt fan.
Oh, me too. I think we all are, even if you don't know it. You know, there's so many songs there that, you know, we recognise on the radio. So yeah, I mean, you know, it was a long list of songs, and we found 10 great.
That's amazing. You managed to get his catalogue of songs down to 10. I mean, he's an icon. He's a legend. We love him, don't we?
He's amazing, and he's 84 years of age. He's been writing songs for 50 years, and probably, you know, the most successful songwriter of all time.
Did you ever believe that you would be going from Boyzone to then singing at the Capitol Studios with Burt Bacharach?
You never know what's around the corner. I mean, I never really saw myself as a solo artist in my first 6 years in Boyzone, and that just kind of naturally happened. And yeah, and then I mean, there's things along the way that you still have to. I still have to pinch myself about. You know, singing with Elton John in Madison Square Garden, singing with Pavarotti and Modena, amazing. And then you know, you don't think anything can surprise you or shock you, and then something like this comes along.
Well, we don't know. Who made the first call? Was it, "Hi Burt, it's Ronan," or was it the other way around?
It was the other way around. Burt called me. I was at home in Dublin, just before Christmas, and you know, the phone rang, American number, and "Hey Ronan, it's Burt," you know, and that was it. We were friends. It all happened just like that, and you know, we started emailing and you know, talking about songs, you know, how we want the record to sound. And, I mean, he was so involved in this album, like all of the way, in the song choices, down to the photographs, you know, obviously with the music and in the studio. So it's been a real collaboration, so yeah, it's very special. He's very proud of it. I'm honoured and very proud.
How did it feel to have such kind of? It must have been enormous pressure because you've obviously got people like Dion Warwick, Elvis Costello, all these people that have worked with Burt, you know, Dusty Springfield. When you were in the studio, you arrived on the first day. How were you kind of thinking? That first note that came out your mouth, was it huge pressure?
Yeah, I mean, I was quite confident going in, but after singing the first song, I got quite intimidated. You know, the 40-piece orchestra, Burt Bacharach, and he's on talkback, so he's talking to me constantly on the. It's just it was just intimidating, and I found the first day tough. I got into my groove then and kind of started to handle it better. We made the whole album in 3 days. You know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the album's finished. You know,
is it true that you had an hour and a half for each song?
An hour and a half per song, like crazy. The orchestras, this is how they work. They come in, they have their sheet music, and they play, and it sounds perfect, and they go on to their next project. But for us, you know, we have to make this album, so Burt and I and Greg were sweating, you know, trying to make the album. But it really worked. It's really, you know, it's probably my best album ever. You know, I'm incredibly proud of it.
I mean, he's such a perfectionist.
Yeah.
And I remember when he you know, was still a black and he did Alfie. I never forget seeing that footage, time and time again, until she got it absolutely right. Did he allow you to be Ronan, or?
Well, yeah, I kind of fought that, to be honest. I mean, he did push me, and that's fair enough, and I appreciate that, because as a singer you want to be. But, you know, at the same time, I wasn't going to allow him to make, you know, to try and make me sound like somebody else. This is how I wanted it. It's going to be my name on the front of the record. And he respected that, actually, and I think, it was definitely the right move.
Just
I mean,
so
amazing.
talented.
I mean, but on it, 84, he was picking out what the cello was doing out of 40 instruments, saying, no, hang on a second, you're playing the wrong chords, or, you know, with the saxophone. I mean, it was just unbelievable.
I mean, this is your 7th solo album, and you've sold millions of albums worldwide. How does this compare to maybe the very first album that you did, which was Ronan?
Very, very different. I mean, if you listen to my voice then and my voice now, it's a million miles apart almost. Still kind of finding my feet as a singer, and you know, all of a sudden to be a solo artist, I mean, it was scary. So this, I mean, all I've done for the last, well, that's 11 years ago, my first solo album. All I've done is sing, you know, every other day, touring, recording, and I guess
I'll just do that in the shower.
Well, I do it in the shower too, but I mean,
you do it for a living.
Yeah, people ask, how do you become a great singer? Just sing. Just get out and sing as much as you can sing. I'm not saying I'm a great singer, but I mean, you know, to improve your voice, just sing.
What was the hardest song to sing?
Walk On By is the toughest song. There's a lot of, you know, intricate little, you know, like at the end of each Walk On By, Burt was very specific about how I dragged each note out, or what, you know, the movement and the notes that I hit. Very specific. And I was almost trying to make it my own and not sing it like the record, like the original. But, you know, he still wanted that, and he's a real taskmaster. So I found that a real challenge to sing, you know, Walk On By.
I'll give you the details. £8.99 is your prize. Proving to be extremely popular. 565-195 is the item. I am just amazed that you've managed to get this down from his huge catalogue of songs. And if you're a huge Burt Bacharach fan and a Ronan Keating fan, this is absolutely perfect. Don't forget Mother's Day is around the corner as well, so perfect Mother's Day gift. But not just a great prize, you have got this to listen to time and time again, these fabulous songs, For you, it's kind of like, to me, I would think, the pinnacle of my career, where do I go now? What do I do now?
Yeah, I guess you just got to keep moving. You got to, as Burt says, you got to not get fat. That's what he says.
No chance of that.
You just got to keep moving, you know. You got to stay on the road and just keep working and you know, writing and recording and touring, and that's what I enjoy doing. And you never know what's around the corner, what crazy idea, or the record company will call you, or Burt Bacharach will call you. Maybe volume 2, you know, who knows? We'll see what happens next.
Was it? I mean, it was always a dream of yours, was it? Right from when you were in the music industry to actually work with Burt?
For all of us, it is. I mean, you know, he is the greatest songwriter of all time. So to get the opportunity, not just to work on these songs, but to work with him on these songs, that was the real. There's only a handful of us in the world that have ever got this opportunity, and I feel very lucky to be one of them.
And you've got a crazy life, haven't you? I mean, you've been hugely successful in Australia with the X Factor. You won, I believe.
I won last year, my contestant won, yeah, it was amazing. That was a great experience, I loved it. So I'm back down there for season 2 now in a couple of months.
So you've kind of been on the other side of it, so now being a judge, how different does that feel?
It's nice. I wouldn't class myself as a judge, more a mentor. That's how I went into the role, trying to guide people and help them out. I don't like sitting there judging them. So it's just more about helping them. You know, the audition stages can be interesting. You know, you get some crazy people coming in thinking they can sing.
You love running. I'm a big runner, so you love running, don't you? You ran the marathon.
Yeah, a couple of times. Yeah, it's hard work though. I mean, marathons are tough. I don't know if I'll do a marathon again.
And you love your motorbikes.
I do love my bikes, yeah.
Well, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
It is out there, actually, the most gorgeous sunny day.
It is.
So what's your choice? A run or cruise on your motorbike?
Oh, absolutely, get on my bike. Running is far too much work, absolutely.
I knew he was going to say that.
Absolutely.
565195 is the item number. £8.99 is your price. New today, when Ronan Met Burt, a fantastic CD album for you. You've got 10 amazing tracks there, and obviously you worked in collaboration with Burt Bacharach. It's a full orchestra, backed with a full live orchestra, and also £8.99 is your price. And you today, 565195 is your item number. Well, to sing us out here at QVC from his fabulous album, When Ronan Met Burt.